Want her thinking about the next date? Before this one's even over? Of course you do. Well, the most charismatic guys don't just flirt in the moment, they create a future she wants to be part of. It's called future projection, and it's about to become your secret weapon. In this video, you'll learn how to do it in a fun, natural way, without sounding needy, try-hard, or fake. Stick with me, and you'll be the guy she can't stop thinking about. Alright gentlemen, let's break this down. Future projection, what is it? It's not some Jedi mind trick, I promise. It's simpler than that and infinitely cooler. Future projection is when you casually, and I mean casually, like you just thought of it in the moment, talk about something you two could do together in the future. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, it could be something fun, exciting, or even a little emotionally charged. The point is, you're planting a seed in her mind. A seed that says, hey, I enjoy your company so much that I'm already picturing us hanging out again. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're on a date, and she's telling you about how much she loves to sing. You could say something like, "Your trouble. Remind me never to take you to a karaoke bar, or you'd end up stealing the mic." See what just happened there? You playfully teased her, and at the same time, hinted at a possible future hangout. You're not asking her out right there and then, you're just putting the idea out into the universe, creating a sense of anticipation, because, here's the thing, women love a man with a plan. Or at least the idea of a plan. It shows you're not just living in the moment, you're thinking ahead. You're thinking about her. And trust me, that's a powerful thing. Now let's dive into the different flavors of future projection. Because just like a good cocktail, there's an art to choosing the right one for the right moment. First up, we have the playful, teasing projections. These are your bread and butter guys. They're lighthearted, fun, and perfect for building that initial rapport. Think of it like a playful nudge, a little spark of flirtation. For example, you could say something like, "I feel like if we ever cooked together, it'd end in chaos and burnt pasta." But a fun disaster. Or if she's telling you about her love for adrenaline, you could say, "You plus roller coasters?" That's either a good date or a viral TikTok waiting to happen. See how these projections are playful and teasing? They're not serious suggestions, but they create a sense of shared fun and possibility. Next, we have the emotional connection projections. These are a little deeper, a little more intimate. They're about connecting on a more emotional level, sharing something personal or hinting at a deeper understanding. For instance, let's say she's telling you about her love for quiet cafes. You could say, "You seem like someone who'd appreciate this hidden cafe I know. Super cozy, almost nobody knows it exists." Or, if she's talking about her love for nature, you could say, "You'd love the view from this hill I go to when I need to think." It's got this peaceful vibe that I think you'd really get. These projections are about sharing a part of yourself and inviting her into your world in a way that feels personal and meaningful. Finally, we have the shared goals or adventures projections. These are about painting a picture of a future together that's exciting, ambitious, and full of possibility. It's about showing her that you're going places, and you want her by your side. Let's say you're talking about travel. You could say something like, "Next time I go to cool place, you better be my travel buddy." Or if you're both foodies, you could say, "If you keep being this awesome, I might just let you join me on my cheat day food crawl." These projections are about creating a sense of shared adventure, a future that's bigger than both of you. Remember guys, these aren't pickup lines, they're moments, vibes, suggestions that hint, you and I, yeah, we'd probably be good at this life thing together. Now before you go around projecting futures left, right, and center, let's talk about timing. Because just like a good comedian knows when to pause for laughter, you need to know when to drop these golden nuggets of attraction. The key here is to use future projection when there's already some chemistry brewing. You don't want to hit her with a, "We should totally go on a road trip to Vegas sometime when you've just met." That's not smooth, that's creepy. Instead, let the conversation flow naturally. Build some rapport, share some laughs, find some common ground. Don't force it. Let it happen organically. Think of future projection like seasoning, not the main dish. You wouldn't douse your food in salt and pepper, would you? No, you sprinkle it in, enhance the flavor, make it more appealing. So when you sense that the conversation is flowing, when you feel that connection starting to build, that's your cue. Slip it in between the banter, the laughter, the deeper conversations. Make it a natural extension of the connection you're already building. And remember, it's not about bombarding her with a million future plans. One or two well-placed projections are all you need to plant that seed, to make her start picturing what it would be like to be a part of your world. Alright fellas, we've covered the what, the why, and the when of future projection. Now let's talk about the how to do it. Because even the best intentions can go awry if you're not careful. First and foremost, don't use future projection to beg for a date. This is a surefire way to kill the attraction and send her running for the hills. Remember, you're not desperate, you're discerning. You're not asking for her time. You're suggesting an amazing experience that she'd be lucky to be a part of. So, instead of saying, "So, are you free next Friday? We could go to that cafe I was talking about." Try something like, "If you're a fan of live music, you would have loved the show I went to last week. Maybe we could catch one together sometime." See the difference? One is pleading, the other is inviting. Secondly, don't overdo it. Just like a good cologne, a little future projection goes a long way. You don't need to cram every future plan you've ever had into one conversation. Remember, you're planting seeds, not bombarding her with a to-do list. 2 or 3 well-placed projections are more than enough to get her thinking. Any more than that, and you risk coming across as insincere or even worse, desperate. Third, keep it playful, light, and emotionally intelligent. Future projection is not about locking her down into a legally binding contract for a date. It's about creating a fun, flirtatious vibe, a sense of possibility. So keep it light, keep it fun, and don't take yourself too seriously. Finally, and this is crucial, match her vibe. This is where the real magic of future projection comes into play. Pay attention to her energy, her interests, her passions, and tailor your projections accordingly. If she's adventurous and spontaneous, suggest something wild and exciting. If she's more introverted and enjoys quieter pursuits, suggest something cozy and intimate. The key is to show her that you're paying attention, that you get her, and that you can see a future together that aligns with who she is. Mastering future projection makes you memorable. You're not just the guy she met at the bar or swiped right on. You're the guy she imagined doing cool stuff with. You're the guy who made her feel like she was already a part of something exciting. Start using this and watch how differently women respond. They'll be more engaged, more flirtatious, and more likely to say yes to that next date. Because you've given them something to look forward to, a glimpse into a future they want to be a part of. And if you want more next-level attraction tips, subscribe now. Because the next crucial element of attraction drops next. We're diving deep into the art of texting without killing attraction. Trust me, you don't want to miss this.